National Park Service is saying loads of trash, like you see here in this picture behind me, have been washing up on our shores on the Outer Banks beaches, and they may have come from a Navy ship off the coast. Thanks for sticking with us. I'm Dan Haggerty.
And I'm Lena Tillett. Now, this comes more than 30 years after WRAL's reporting actually led Congress to investigate Navy ships dumping trash off the Outer Banks. WRAL's Keenan Willard is in Nags Head pushing for answers from the Navy.
This is the first spot where piles of debris started washing up, and it kept going for more than 20 miles of coastline here in the Outer Banks. As the Navy says it's investigating, we're asking why this is happening more than 3 decades after WRAL brought this issue to national attention.
The crown jewel of the coastline, the Outer Banks draw millions of visitors every year. They come expecting pristine beaches, but for 4 days last week, they found something else.
Our staff out on the beaches on the northern portion of Cape Hatteras National Seashore started to see some plastic debris, everything from shampoo bottles to old pairs of shoes, and thought it was a little bit unusual.
The Hatteras Park Service says the trash came in waves across 25 miles of coastline. And while some debris washing up is normal, they say this was different.
So some of the items that we found had some markings that were from the United States Navy.
The Park Service says they believe the trash may have been dumped offshore by a U.S. Navy ship. The Navy tells WRAL it's aware the debris may have come from one of its vessels, saying the situation is under investigation and we as a Navy take these environmental violations very seriously. But this is not the first time WRAL's brought this issue to the Navy's attention.
1991, medical waste was washing up on the shores of the Outer Banks, and we did stories on it, and people were infuriated by it.
More than 30 years ago, a WRAL crew captured Navy sailors dumping trash from their ships off the North Carolina coast. It led to a congressional investigation, with anchor Bill Leslie testifying on Capitol Hill about what he saw.
I'm very surprised to hear about this. I mean, it's been 32 years. You would think you could get it right in that time.
In the wake of that investigation, the Navy banned its ships from dumping plastic off the coast in the early 90s, giving them waste compactors to prevent the need for offshore dumping. We asked the Navy if the recent debris washing up could be a violation of these environmental policies. A spokesperson says it is against federal law and Navy regulations for plastic to be dumped into the ocean regardless of proximity to land. And they've sent crews on site to clean up the trash while the Navy investigates. Keenan Willard, WRAL News, Dare County.